Welcome to TCH 210. Here's a quick video that will give you an overview of our course site and point you in the direction of important content. So as you can see here on the homepage, which hopefully you have made it to already, I remind you about our course dates. There is a link to the student information form. So if you haven't filled this out already, please do so that I can best meet your needs this summer. Reminders about the orientation sessions if you're interested in attending. And then our link to our class introduction. So all you have to do is click on that. It should come up and you can join in various formats. Let's see. Okay. Here we are. So once you're finally on there, you can just go straight to our class introductions. Open it up and I give you some prompts of ways that we can just start to get to know each other. So you don't have to answer all of these questions, but when you are ready to provide a post, just click on record, record your video, and then post it. I would like you to do those this week and then respond to at least 2 of your peers. So that will help us get to know each other. I have a little information about me. You can find out more about my background and research here on my faculty page, and there is my bio below. I also remind you that I will respond to you within 24 hours of an email during the week. I'm trying to give myself some weekends off from being so prompt with email. So if you email me on the weekends, that means I will get back to you by Monday morning. So the next tab we have here is the syllabus. I've sent these out, but make sure you review the syllabus. It has all of the expectations in there, and then there is the summer schedule. So please print that out or save it somewhere, have it handy, because it tells you each week the topics that we will be covering. The readings and the media you are expected to either read or watch or listen to, and then the assignments for that week. And as you can see here for the assignments, we have a couple extra ones just because it's the first week here, but every Friday you will have either one or a few chapter quizzes due, and you each week will have a discussion post. So you will always post by Thursday night, and you will always respond to at least 2 peers in your discussion group by Sunday night, and that is every week, except for this first week because it happens to fall on Memorial Day weekend, so I give you an extra day. But typically it is Thursday nights you need to post by, Sunday nights you need to respond to at least 2 peers by that time. So this is really important, and it tells you exactly what you need to do each week to stay on pace. You can work ahead, that's fine, but please do not fall behind. Each week I will post announcements just with some reminders. Right now, all that I have on here is just course information that I have already sent out to you. Probably most important right now is the modules tab. So if you open up the modules tab, here are the lessons for each week. So for instance, for week 1, we are covering Foundations of Child Development. So this top page will always give you an overview of what we will be looking at and some of the guiding questions that you will be able to answer by the end of the module. And then each page for the topic that is assigned will give you any of the required readings that you might need. During this first week, I did scan over chapter 1 in case you are still waiting on your textbook, but after week 1, I don't do that anymore. But here is the first portion of chapter 1 that you would need to read for that content. And then there are the lecture videos. So these are kind of short 15-minute segments of the topic that we are covering, just kind of where I talk through different PowerPoint slides. I also always usually include some different videos that will help expand upon the content, and sometimes some optional articles or videos if you are still interested in learning some more. So that is under the modules tab. Those are where all of your lessons are. So again, you can see it for week 1, week 2, week 3. Week 4 you can see is a little bit long. Week 5 is shorter because you have an assignment due that week, and then we have week 6. Also, please check out the observations module because I have some videos on how to conduct those and how to document those. So please make sure you visit that module for all of that information. Okay, so we have, it goes lessons, observation materials, and then information for your project that you have. I think it's week 4 or 5 when your social issues project is due, and all the materials you will need for that. We also have in the assignments tab everything that you will need to turn in this summer. So As you can see, I'm recording this video before the start of class, so not everything is open, but it is all here. And once May 20th hits, everything will be available to you. You can work through it as quickly as you would like. But we have our chapter quizzes here. And then, for instance, on June 7th, I need to see a set of your observation notes to give you feedback. So it is ordered chronologically. It tells you when the due dates are. For the quizzes, you can, again, take it before the due date, but I don't offer any makeups after the due date. So just make sure you click on it. It's a combination of multiple choice and short answer typically, and then you get that submitted. I will score them within 2 days of that due date. You can also get to those quizzes just through the quizzes tab as well. Grades, so you'll be able to see grades as they come in. And then our discussions board. So this is important because weekly you will be asked to engage in some type of discussion about the content for the week. So for instance, week 1, you're going to be watching a video on poverty and how it impacts children, and you will be sharing some of your thoughts and replying to your peers. Okay. At each one of the top of the discussions, I just remind you that you can use this discussion board to write out your responses, but on any given week, you could also use our Flipgrid instead and do some type of video. So you're answering the same question, but you're just talking through it instead of writing it out. So on any given week, you can decide to do one or the other. So it gives you the prompt, and then you just go down there. I also have the rubric there for how it will be scored. You just have to click reply. You type in your response. Typically responses are about 1 to 2 paragraphs. You do need to fully develop your ideas and you need to connect them to the course content of the readings that we were doing that week for accountability to let me know that you've done that. And then you click reply and it will post your ideas. I always recommend maybe type it up in a document, a separate document first, and then paste it over here just so that you don't lose any of your content because, you know, technology does not always cooperate. So all of those discussions are up and ready for you. And again, if you wanted to do, let's say week 1, you're like, oh, I just want to talk through it instead of writing it out. You just go to the Flipgrid post, same exact prompt that you will have there. You record your video and it can be up to 10 minutes. Typically, I would say people talk more, maybe like 4 minutes when they are responding. And it will be the same thing. You can respond to anyone here on the Flipgrid, or you can respond, and you can also respond to people within your discussion board in your group. We will not be using Zoom necessarily